Hey everyone, it's Reverend Cherie here with day 36 of Revisiting Unlock Your Treasure. Unlock Your Treasure is a 46-day spiritual immersion program. And each and every day during that program, we had a powerful lesson and an entire framework that was built and designed especially for you to bring your good into expression, to bring your treasure into expression. We turned 7 keys that helped us to remember who we are so that we can show up to our dreams, to our desires as our true self. And so one of the keys, that the one we're turning this week, is the key of love. And so I want to give you just a nugget from today's lesson about love, how to turn the key of love. And what's most important as we understand love, we know that love works in a myriad of functions, that love is one of those undefinable qualities of God. And we know that it is the idea in the mind of God of oneness. And so the part of love I want you to focus on today is extending love to yourself. You don't want to be a house divided where you are looking constantly at what's not right with you. Are you somebody that's habited that way, where you constantly look at what's wrong with you? If you walk into a room, do you survey that room and look for where are the flaws? I shared on the call that my good friend of mine was amazingly dressed head to toe. And the thing she kept focusing on throughout the time we were together was that she forgot to polish her toenails. And it's one of those things, what it shows us kind of where we put our attention. Is your attention always on what's not going well, what's wrong? And I'm here to tell you 2 things. Number 1, there's nothing wrong with you. There's everything that is right with you. God loves you. God loves you so much that you were created whole. God loves you so much that you were created in and of itself, meaning that you have all of the qualities of God baked right into your DNA. And so there's nothing wrong with you. But what you look at might be, here's the thing, you will always find what you look for. You will always find what you look for. And so if you're looking for something to be wrong, if that's your claim to fame, is to find what's wrong in a situation, in a circumstance, in yourself, then you will always find what you're seeking. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to look for something else. Stop looking for what's wrong. Look for what's right. Really shift and change the way that you approach your life, the way that you approach yourself, your qualities, your capabilities, your talents, your desire. What's right about it? What's going well about it? Who am I today that shows up in a place that's available and ready to claim and experience the treasure of my heart? Those are the kind of questions that you want to ask yourself, not what's wrong, not what's missing. And so I want to offer you this, because I'm telling you to ask yourself what's right questions. What's going well with me? What's right about me? What's good about me? What do I love about myself? And I won't lie. You can be on that string and these other thoughts come up, the mistakes you've made, the places you feel yourself to be inferior. And I want to tell you that you got to do like Jesus, and you got to come apart. You got to come apart and deal with yourself. You got to come apart and deal with yourself. Many of us look at Jesus going into the wilderness to pray and the devil come to tempt him. We look at it in a whole different perspective, but I want you to look at the model that you got to go and deal with your darkness. You got to go and deal with the dark parts of yourself, the negative self concepts of yourself. You got to go deal with it. And I'm going to give you 3 ways to deal with them before I wrap out today. The first thing you need to do is you need to forgive yourself. Whatever you did, however it turned out, and it wasn't the way that you wanted it to be, forgive yourself for it. It's over. The only time that it exists is when you bring it into this very present moment right now. It happened. And let's say it's something that happened that's still having an impact on you. It happened and it's like, yeah, Reverend Cherie, it happened to me, but I'm still dealing with it, meaning that it still has some tentacles wrapped around me. I want to tell you that no matter what, you begin to forgive it. Because when you forgive it, you place a whole different perspective on it. You take it from being this incident that happened that defines me to something that happened in my past that I have moved beyond. And it is important that you get that when you make that mental shift, and only then will the experience truly change for you, where the tentacles that were once wrapped around you will dissolve and you'll be free from what you did. You'll be free from what you went through mentally. Because see, what we want to do is we want to see the outside stuff go away first, but it will not go away until you mentally let it go. So the first thing to do is to forgive it. Come apart, deal with your darkness. The first thing to do is to forgive it. The second thing that you need to do is to tell it the truth. You see, oftentimes things rev up into our experience and they're giving us an opportunity to tell the truth to it, but we don't take the opportunity. We let it define who we are right now. We let the past keep coming up and telling us that we're not enough, that there's something wrong with us, that we weren't made in the image likeness of God, that we actually are born out of that mistake. And that's not the truth about you. So you have to tell the truth to the dark part of you, to the darkness, the thing that you did, the self-concept that you're still holding on to, that's not based in the truth of your reality, meaning that you are made in and of the essence of God. And so there's nothing wrong with you. So you have to forgive yourself, tell yourself the truth. And I'm going to tell you the last thing. And I think the last thing might be the toughest thing, and that's to let it go. That you have to tell yourself the truth. You have to forgive yourself, and then you have to really let it go. You have to know, okay, here's the thing. I dealt with you. I came apart. I dealt with you. I made a decision about who I am as it relates to whatever the thing is you did, whatever happened to you. You dealt with it and you moved on. And you let it go and you moved on. It's really important that you get this, because many times the reason that we aren't moving forward, the reason we aren't bringing our dream into expression is because we're a house divided. We don't love ourselves. And one of the ways you love yourself is to deal with yourself. Stop playing around with the things that happen to you and keep bringing them back into your presence. Deal with them, forgive it, tell it the truth, and let it go. See, I'm here for you today. I'm here for you. I want you to bring your good into expression. And I want you to know that I behold the divine presence within you. And so I know that you're capable of more than what you've shown up for. I know that you are able to do better and beyond what you've ever done before. I know this to be true about you because I know the God presence in you. And so what I want to encourage you today is to deal with yourself and be loving. See, don't stay in the wilderness. Come out of the wilderness after you have let go of whatever it is. I trust in the God presence in you today, and I love you today, and I trust that you're going to have a love-filled, joy-filled, power-filled day. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.